Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Board with Everything. Thank you for returning, or thank you for being here. If this is your first time, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your company is what I was really led to say. If this reading resonates with you, and once again, it's a general Capricorn reading, but if this reading resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe to this channel. It really helps. And talk to me. Tell me how it resonated with you. I do reply back to the comments as I see fit, because some of your lovely comments don't require a response. It's really just like me appreciating you for letting me in, and sometimes it's just you saying how the reading resonated with you, and I really appreciate that. It lets me know that Spirit really spoke to you, and I really appreciate that. That keeps me going. It keeps me with gratitude and thankfulness. And also, guys, I want to tell you that I do have a new community on School. It's for life coaching. We can talk about anything that you want to talk about. I do have lesson plans that I am currently uploading as well in the classroom. It is a 7-day free trial before you join the membership so that you can check it out. So it's no pressure there. And I also do personal readings. And I am a life coach, an active life coach. So Capricorn, let's get into this reading. Spirit of light and love. Archangels of love. Spirit guides, our ancestors, what do you have for Capricorn? In Capricorn, what I was feeling as I was sitting here, use your intuition as well in this reading. How is it resonating with you? Let's do this together. Okay. I'm going to get out 3 cards unless Spirit says different than a card from beneath the deck, as well as a card for your overarching energy. Okay. What almost popped out was the 7 of Wands, but it stayed in my fingers. We have 1 card out, 2 cards out. First card out is the High Priestess. My inner knowledge is my best guide in all. And how you apply that knowledge is wisdom. The second card out is the 2 of Wands. This is all about making a choice. To me, this is all about planning. When you make a choice, you plan on it, on that decision that you've made. Okay. What is the next thing you have to say to Capricorn? I'm sorry, Spirit. Seven of Pentacles. This is investments, making investments. Why did I just hear a car? I don't know why I just heard a car. I just heard car. And I see a briefcase also. So I'm not sure what that's about. Okay. And what is the overarching message for this reading? Ten of Wands, feeling burdened, but you have everything that it takes to make whatever this is that you're planning to come to light with the Magician card. Okay, so far, what I'm sensing here is you have gone within. You're following your intuition on something. And this could be leading up from the other readings that we had, but you're using your intuition. You're going into your inner knowing. You have come to a point, Capricorn, to where you trust yourself. You trust yourself in where you're going, where you're headed. But you still know that there are many things that haven't still been revealed to you about this path. And I see a road, okay? And you're having to use your intuition. It's like, I hear the word crossroads. You've come to a point in your process where you're having to use your intuition to figure out which way to go. It's leading you to the two paths. You're having to make a decision on these two paths. The way that it's reading to me is you've gone into your intuition. You've gone into yourself. You've made a choice on what you wanted to do, where you wanted to go, who you want to see. You've made a decision. And you're reaping some benefits. Things are coming to fruition for you. Your hard work is paying off. It's like once I put this all in perspective, like Spirit just kept putting the cards together. It's like this one little story. You made a decision and you're reaping benefits. It's not the ending of whatever it was that you started, but it's like you've reached a completion. Even though we don't see like the world card, but we have the 10 of Wands here where you were burdened with things. You were thinking about things. You felt overloaded. You felt stressed. Like you've come to the end of that. You went inside yourself and figured out which direction you wanted to go in. You figured out what it was that you wanted to do. That came with you knowing what you needed to do. So when we look back at the other readings, you mastered something, okay? So with that, we know that a lot of material comes with that. You were able to take the knowledge and you gained a lot of wisdom on how to apply what you learned. You invested a lot. You dealt with the team members that you had, like I said, whether they be lawyers or, financial planners or what have you. You dealt with the people that was working with you on this situation or is working with you in this situation or process. And I heard the burden is over. You're starting to see some fruit. And so when I say the ending of that without seeing the world card is because there's an ending to that process. It's not saying that other things aren't to come in the process. Like you could have a root, it goes up, the tree grows, and then there's branches. Okay, so there could be many more things to this, the growth of this machine that you're building. Remember, we had the 10 of Pentacles in one reading. So there's like this machine that you're building, whatever it is. It could be social media. It could be, you know, a business, but it's like you got the one thing going. And I wouldn't really say, hey, you know what, now go do something else. I wouldn't say that. What I'm sensing here, and gosh, my head is starting to itch, but what I'm sensing here is sit in this, make sure you work out the kinks, the bottlenecks, and allow it time to return on your investment. Because I don't feel like for some that this is you investing and waiting. I feel like you've already done the work, and that's why we have the 10 of Wands right here. You've already done the work, which is leading to you receiving from what you've invested in. I saw this thing that said, what you promise in darkness comes out in the light, or what you do in the darkness, the promises come to fruition in the light, or something like that. But basically, you've invested, and now I feel deeply that this is the return on those investments. That's what I'm feeling. And then you have the Magician. This seems as if this is where you are. You're no longer heavy with the burden. You're a magician. You're creating things. You're receiving return on your investments at this time. Some of you could be making plans to receive, to invest. Some of you, that was like a small little snippet that came up. Because like I said, this is a general reading. But that was like a small little snippet that came up. But the first things first, some of you have gone through the process and you're starting to see a little bit of return. You're starting to see yourself do or get ready to do something more. You're receiving profit. You're receiving harvest. And it may not be huge just yet because it's just beginning. Anything else you have for Capricorn? Thank you so much, Spirit. Spirit of love and light. Why am I hearing a labor of love? We have the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords. And it's going backwards. So you got the Four of Swords first, and then you got the Three of Swords. To me, it's saying because of this, this happened. You're able to rest and manifest. To me, what I feel in my spirit about this Three of Swords, you could have been broken from this. It could have severed some things between, you know, relationships as you were building, because once again, Capricorn, as you build, people fall off. Things fall off. You no longer go where you used to go. Things become super important. I was talking to this young lady, and as she was beginning to change her mindset on her life, her whole life, she was no longer doing the things she used to do, so it didn't require her to talk to who she used to talk to. Now, when she was in this environment, this person was her friend in this environment, but since she was changing things up for her good, the requirements of all the things she used to do in that state were no longer requirements she needs to do where she was or where she currently is. So she no longer talked to the people she used to talk to, go where she used to go. She no longer did any of those things. It wasn't a requirement anymore for that. Well, the person that one of the people she used to talk to reached out to her and kind of tried to, you know, go off on her and check her and all these other things about her requirements and how you're not going to treat me like this because we're friends and I need to know you're okay. But really, the insecurities of this person came out because this was the type of person that did not like to be left behind, didn't like anybody to one up her. She always had to be in the know of things. But it wasn't seen until this person changed what they were doing, how they were doing things, because they wanted better for themselves, right? So sometimes this can happen because you've rerouted. Now, when we think about the Three of Swords, you could be hurt, something severed, something, a third party, which could be you, a person, and a situation, right? A third party. Something happening to cause a problem in the first two, with the first two. But now in here, there's relaxation. This person is asleep. Yes, they still have the swords, but they are resting. They're not on guard. They're completely resting. This can also be a sign of meditation. This could be you're meditating on yourself. You're feeling all the things you need to feel so you can handle every emotion you need to handle that's coming up in your point of meditation. Okay? And it could be because of this. But at the same time, because you figure out that you need to do something different, this happens. So that could have happened in your process, but you can't feel bad about it. You got to keep going. So that's the point of meditation, getting inside yourself and dealing with that. Because look, when you do that, and how come I knew a money card was coming? When you do that, look at this. So remember, we had the Seven of Pentacles. This is the Nine of Pentacles. You've already had the Eight of Pentacles. When you do that, even though people are hurting, you receive that return. You're constantly receiving for something you put out. So let's just say you have, for instance, like I did, you put out a school, or, you know, you have online businesses that run while you're asleep. So the Nine of Pentacles is something like that. You're constantly receiving income or some type of income flow. And you're not putting any effort into that area like you did when you first started. This is the starting something that, oh my gosh, that's an absolute overload, right? You do have to always go inside and check yourself to make sure that you're okay, to make sure that you still believe the process, that you're still there, you're still present, you're still hearing from who you need to hear from, your higher self. You know, if you're working with a team, you're listening to your team is not going on a tangent because they've become emotional. I mean, there's a lot to starting businesses. Making decisions, the decision making. You have to make sure that you're making the decision for the best part of your process, for where you're going. Is it going to be sustainable as it grows? Will it be able to hold the growth? And once again, it's just like when we think about Peter and God saying, put down your nets with an S, he put down a net. Okay? He wasn't prepared for the growth. Are you prepared for the growth? Are you planning for the growth that you have? Oh my God, Spirit, thank you. Look at this. Look at this. A harvest is coming in. A harvest is coming in. But are you prepared for it? Yeah, you may be prepared for what, $100? Oh, I got 20 followers. Okay, so what if overnight when you wake up, you have 100,000 followers? Okay? What if you wake up and you have 100,000 sales? at whatever the price is for each sale. Can you handle that? Because we hear often that people get a lot of money real fast and they go crazy. They lose it real fast. Are you prepared for it? Are you prepared to throw down your nets? Have you made preparation for the abundance that is coming in? Your manifestations from your meditations. Yes, they hurt people. Okay. You didn't mean to hurt them personally. This is professional. But you're a very respectful person, Capricorn. If this person was close enough to you to get hurt, I know you're doing what you need to do to make sure that person is okay. But I also know you don't cater to insecurities. You're the magician. The magician with the high priestess. You need to make sure you're making plans. You're making plans to put down nets. So I was watching about Candy Burris, Housewives of Atlanta. It's very old. But just so happened it came on. And I didn't stop it because I was doing things and it was just like background noise. But one thing that I noticed about Candy Burris that I want to say to you, Capricorn, specifically all of you, because I truly believe this is a Capricorn thing. You have to understand the team that you have and that everybody can't go with you. Everybody is not going to see the vision like you see the vision. And let me tell you where I'm getting this from. And it's not hurtful. People will fall off. They will be hurt, but they will fall out of that position, but it doesn't mean that they will fall out of your life. Let me explain. Candy. We know her, Atlanta Housewives. We know her from Escape the Group. She's Tiny's best friend, one of Tiny's best friends. We know her. She loves making money. She loves businesses. She is a great person to watch, which is another reason why I didn't turn it, because it was specifically on her, and I love watching her and her business moves. However, Don Juan and her friend Candace, which was one of her best friends, but it was also her assistant. Candy was preparing for her wedding, and based on what her two assistants had done in the past for her with a play production, Candy was like, surely they can make my wedding a production. Candy wanted the theme of Coming to America, as well as the elegant, tasteful wedding that, she wanted as well. So all you could hear was, this not gonna happen. Don Juan, this not gonna happen. Well, Candy's wish becomes my migraine. Candace, I've never done a wedding before. I don't want to do a wedding. Someone with a huge vision has trusted you with the vision, and all you guys are saying is, I can't, it won't. She's constantly having to pep up her own team, who is supposed to foresee and bring what she's saying to fruition, and they're getting paid for it quite well, because the mom did mention that the best friend was driving one car and ended up in a Benz working for Candy. So they're getting paid well. Even the mom looks great. They're connected to someone who is pouring back into her community, but they're not pouring into her. They're not thinking about her and her visions. They're just, it can't. Even her fiance at the time, Todd, became her husband. When he saw the venue, she saw the bigger picture of the venue, which looked like a warehouse. It did. But I know from watching Candy, whatever she sees is going to happen. She's going to make it happen. Even Todd said this venue is not going to work. That wedding blew everybody away. She had the vision, but she had to pull her team along. Capricorn, you have to understand when it's time to let go. And I want to say that, yes, Candace did fall back. She let go of the position and she just remained a friend, which was rightfully so. Yes, it hurt. Candy had to tell her, I don't tell anybody that you're a great assistant up until now. I didn't think you were. So you have to be ready to let go of people in certain positions that they hold in your businesses and your companies, and you have to get with someone who can see the vision, who can accept what you're giving them, and they can run with it. And you know what I say, I don't like to try to be biblical, but write that vision, make it plain, so when others see it, they can run with that vision. Now, I paraphrase, but you want people to go out and tell your vision with your compassion and passion, whatever the vision is. That's why I said compassion as well. You want people to go out and be able to tell the vision as if it's their vision. They've caught onto the vision and made it theirs too. So whatever it is that you're doing, I'm here marketing, whatever it is that you're doing, Capricorn, you want a team around you that sees the vision and tells the vision as if it's you talking through them. Because there is a lot coming to you, Capricorn. It's like you're getting ready to wake up to a new world. Are you ready? Are you ready? Have you planned for it? Faith without works is dead. And you've done the work. Watch your faith. Watch your faith. Expecting, as above, so below. As within, so without. And you've been within. And here comes the outside part. You went within. Here comes the evidence. The evidence of you going within. Capricorn, just get ready. I mean, get ready. Abracadabra. It's almost like abracadabra with the B word at the end, but you know, I don't want to call you guys that, but it just makes sense to say it. It's just so dramatic. Abracadabra bees, you know. But I mean, yeah, Capricorn, get ready for this. Get ready for it. I don't know if you're going to wake up to it. I feel like some will wake up to something impressive, pretty impressive. And I just hope that you've made plans for it. That is all I have for you, Capricorn. I want you to enjoy your day. This may be big for some people. Subscribe to this channel. Reach out to me for a personal reading. Also, I'm a life coach. Go check out my new school. Talk to me in school. Like I said, the first 7 days are free. I will be doing courses as well over there. I will be adding links so that you can see videos where we can have chats and different things like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that, just like I'm excited about your future. And I want you to share that with me. All right, Capricorn, please like, share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for being here, and I will talk to you soon.